Hello, my friends. Your Adeptability sales shifter for today: how to close your month strong without alienating your prospects. I'm Aaron Schmuckler, co-founder and trainer at the YesWorks, where we help you build a high-performance accountability culture on your team that is fun and fulfilling to work in. You know, as we're getting near the end of the month, I know that I'm going to be hearing from an awful lot of salespeople by email and by phone and on LinkedIn who are desperate to hit their numbers before it's too late. Too late. There are a lot of sales managers out there who I know are making this happen by putting a lot of pressure on that whole quota question on the end of the month, who may be whispering in your ear or maybe even shouting, "Close, close, close, it's the end of the month." You may be looking at your numbers yourself and shouting in your own mind, "Close, close, close, it's the end of the month." If that sounds like your manager, or if it sounds like your mind, then I think you're in a tight spot, because the thing is, your prospects don't give a crap about your numbers, about your quota, or about the end of the month, or even about the end of the quarter. And intuitively, you know that month's end, that quarter's end, that your quota is really irrelevant to the people that you are looking to influence and contribute to. And so pushing deals to close so that you meet your goals doesn't feel right, and it's usually not effective. And it leads to the burnout problem that we have with a lot of salespeople. Even when pushing for a sale to close at the end of the month may lead to more revenue, it often also leads to buyer's remorse and to lukewarm or even angry brand new customers instead of passionate, excited ones, because steps got skipped, because people didn't have an opportunity to warm up to what you were saying and be carefully guided through the steps in making that decision. In our training at the YesWorks, we teach a principle. And that principle is, it's never about the thing. It's always about the relationship. See, your quota, the end of the month, the end of the quarter, these are the thing. They're about a transaction. But your focus on the needs and the best outcomes for your prospect or client, about the things that matter to them in their business, those things are about the relationship and cultivating something that will last and something that is enriching for both parties. So what am I telling you not to do? Well, I'm suggesting don't tell your prospects that you've got to close the month strong. I'm suggesting you don't offer discounts so that you can meet your numbers. These things, these messages, send the message that you care more about yourself, more about your quota, more about your company than you do about your prospects and clients. And it also sends the message that your product or service just isn't worth what you've been asking for it, because if it was, you wouldn't have to be offering deep discounts in order to sell enough at the end of the month to meet your numbers. So, how do you close the month or the quarter strong? Well, keep doing what you're doing. Add value to the prospects' lives and businesses. Reach out in order to help. Push hard all month long, all quarter long, to add value to as many people as you possibly can. And at the same time, keep asking your prospects to make that next commitment. It might be, let's meet next week in order to work out the details of X, or before we get off the phone, let's calendar our next meeting in order to review Y. Or let's set a date by which we will decide together that this is a go or a no-go, that we've got an end date in mind. Or you mentioned to me a colleague at another company that you thought would really benefit from our services. Would you please introduce me to that person this week? Get those commitments. See, I'm not saying don't meet your quota or don't care about your quota. You should care, your prospect doesn't. What I'm saying is go meet your quota through effective relationship practice, not by passing your problems onto your prospects, or trying to, because they're not going to take them up. I'm pulling for you. I want you to close out the month strong, and I also want to thank you for your efforts to make work good. Together, we can ensure that people are good for work, and work is good for people. You believe in your team's potential. Let us help expedite its growth. Book a call today at theyesworks.com. Make work good.